I'll join again. I'll just check like if it works. Otherwise, we have to go the same way. So yeah. Hi guys. Good morning. Do not take tension. Okay, that's okay. Setu, let her speak. Okay, fine. I'll do that.
So can you see me?
No, but it's fine, ma'am. I guess we can try only this way. I guess there is some network issues going on. So yeah.
Yes, I've had this issue in the past where I was trying to be requesting and to be into another person's video, and my video was completely not working. I don't know why. I think Instagram is actually struggling right now with the amount of people going live every day, and it's not capable of handling so many lives going at the same time.
Yes, right. Maybe that can be an issue because now it's completely gone. I'm not even able to see your face. So but it's okay. There is some network issues, I guess. Yeah, now it's fine, I guess. Yeah, it's perfect.
You know?
Yeah, it's all cool. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Thank you so much. Well, once again, let's start over. Thank you for having me. And I'm excited to just be here with you.
Owner of the video. Because now it's easier and better. Okay, so it's yeah. Okay, it's fine. I guess I can see you. It's getting paused in between, but that's fine. We'll manage.
We will manage. All right. So let's get started.
Yeah, right. So Natalie, ma'am, first of all, welcome again, and I'll be asking you my personal question first because I used to admire you a lot. The moment I saw you in the ballroom of Gigi Moon, I was like, she is amazing. She is my role model. The moment you entered and, with all your motivational words, you were like, brimming with that light, and you were telling about your book, I'm Winning. So that was so inspiring. And that book is amazing. So,
thank you so much, Setu. Thank you. And it was a wonderful experience.
Absolutely. And Natalie, ma'am, when I came back to India, like after, there was a series of events that was happening with me. I lost someone really special. My relationships, that got stumbled down. My, friends, they left me. So all these things, and I was remembering that your words, you used to say that we win daily. It's not about winning on a particular day. It's, winning daily. So how to win in such situations when, there are people pulling you down, there is, life is unfair when you feel. So any tip or any mantra, like how to win daily, like my viewers would definitely want to know that. It's all yours.
For sure, I want to say that having a view of life and saying that something is bad or something is unfair or something is negative, it's actually only your reaction to life. It's how you decide to look at life. So when you just said life can be unfair sometimes, it's not really that it's unfair. Life is the way that it is. You cannot change it. So things will happen in life, and sometimes negative things will happen, but because we cannot change that, we have to surrender to life. We have to accept life as it is, and we have to look at it from a positive perspective. So anything that happens in life is all about your reaction. And I think that's what determines a person's winning level. Are you winning in life? Is because of your reaction to the events that are happening in the world. So I think that it's super important of how you choose to look at anything that happens. Whether it's positive or negative, you need to first of all accept it and know that nothing is permanent. And secondly, you have to know that nothing can be labeled good or bad. Because in the future, one situation that could be perceived as negative can turn to be something positive, and vice versa. Something that can be perceived as positive can turn out to be negative. So you just have to, I believe in the concept of 90-10 rule, right? So life is about maybe 10% of what happens to you and about 90% of how you choose to react to it. So whatever has happened to you when you came back to India and you said you had some problem with your friends, yes, it happens and it is what it is, but you just have to choose to look at it. Maybe this was for the best. Maybe this was meant to happen. And try to find a positive out of this situation, because even though you might have lost some people, there's always an opportunity to learn something from that experience, or something positive will come out of it. Like you'll meet some new friends. You have made room for new friends in your life, right?
Absolutely.
So I believe that all of those things that happen to you, you shouldn't label it as unfair. You shouldn't label it as bad or negative, or I don't like it, or I don't want this. Because the moment you start resisting to what life is offering you, that's when the problems start seeming much worse and more problems will come into your life. So just let it be and surrender to what is happening. And then try to reframe. Every negative situation can be reframed and looked at it in a different angle, from a different vantage point, right? So how can you reframe it and see it for a more positive way?
Right, absolutely. So here's a question. Absolutely, that's amazing. So here's one of my friend asking that how we can love ourselves. Like this is something everybody wants to learn in believing yourself, to be the best version of ourselves. So how can we do that in our day-to-day life? Like how to be, someone we can love. Like it's loving ourselves. So how can we do that?
I believe that loving yourself, it comes down to three things. First, you need to be aware of who you are. Have that self-awareness. So practical advice for this would be get a journal and start journaling every single day about things that you like, things that you like about yourself, who are you, your values, the kind of person you want to be, what kind of things do you value in other people. And just start getting to know yourself. Ask yourself these deep introspective questions that is going to get you to know yourself. So that's part of loving yourself, is knowing yourself very well. Second part is self-care. Give yourself the time, give yourself the space, give yourself a bit of luxury as well. So take care of yourself in many different ways. Like, for instance, meditation, that's a way of taking care of yourself. Eating healthy, that's a way of taking care of yourself. Exercising every day, that's a fantastic way to take care of yourself, right? Because when you're taking care of your body, when you're taking care of your mind, you start to love yourself more and more. Because think of this as an example. Have you ever had a pet?
No.
You never had like a dog or a cat that you took care of? Okay, well, maybe somebody who's watching has taken a pet to bring home. And if there's any parents watching, you know that when you start taking care of somebody or something, like an animal, or when you start taking care of your daughter or son, the love grows so much more, because the more attention you spend on them, the more time you spend on them, the more you take care of them, the more you start to feel the love and attachment. So it's the same exact thing when you do for yourself. The more time and attention and care you give to yourself, the more you're going to love yourself. And the third aspect of self-love is self-improvement. You have to work on yourself, right? You have to keep improving yourself. Again, giving yourself the time and attention, but leveling up every time. What can I do to improve? How can I change my bad habits into good habits? Which habits can I start doing now, today, and follow through every single day that's going to make me have self-value that is higher, a feeling of self-worth that is higher? So those are the three different ways that you can learn to love yourself. And it's not something that's going to come overnight. Self-love doesn't come, okay, I want to love myself. And you snap your fingers and you're just going to love yourself. It's work, right? Just like when you go to the gym and you train your muscle, right? You're training it, you're building it, you're making it stronger. The same thing with self-love. You have to give that time, you have to put in the work, you have to do it daily, and that daily care, that daily getting to know yourself, the daily improvement is gonna, one day you'll look back at yourself and you'll be like, wow, I've come a long way. I really love myself so much more now. And it's really wonderful when you track that progress, right? When you look back at your old self and you say, wow, I have come a really long way.
That's so inspiring.
Does that help?
Yes, absolutely. It's so good to hear you, like, ma'am. It's really amazing, and you being my role model. Yes, I was like, I want to be like her, like not joining the pageants, but still, like all the best qualities you have. So yes, that's so amazing. And
well,
ma'am, my
thank you
next
so much. Thank you. That's very sweet of you.
So how you started this journey of joining the pageants? Like, what was that element that inspired you the most? That yes, I have to go to, I want to do, this modeling, and I want to be a part of pageants and all. So how it all started, this whole journey?
It all started, as a matter of fact, very simply. I was a student in university, just doing my thing, studying information technology management. I was living in Canada at that time, in Toronto. And one day, a friend of mine sent me a link and said, check out the Miss Universe contestants for this year. And I clicked the link and I saw all of the contestants. I think there were more than 80 of them at that time. And I noticed Miss Russia at that time, Oksana Fedorova, who just caught my eye. And I thought she was very beautiful. And I thought that she had that spark or something in her that I knew she was going to win. So I got really interested, and I knew that the pageant was coming up very soon. So in a couple of weeks, I tuned in and I watched this girl, Oksana Fedorova, win the crown. And I was just blown away by, first of all, the glamour of the pageant, the fact that it's so international, the prestige of it, and the fact that all the women were so confident, they were beautiful, they were glamorous, they were dressed up in gorgeous gowns, and all of those things that I really love to do, because since a young age, I loved performing. I loved being on stage. So it drew me to the contest because I thought, here's my chance to be on stage. I didn't know, I wasn't a singer. I wasn't really a performer or a dancer. I played an instrument, but I didn't really feel like performing on stage and playing an instrument. So I thought, how else can I get on stage? I really love to get that adrenaline rush and the performance aspect. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to send in my application. I went on the website, at Miss Universe website, there was an application right there. Do you want to be the next Miss Universe this year? And I thought, you know what, I don't know if I'm meant to be the next Miss Universe, but I know that I definitely want to participate in this pageant. At least if I can walk on the stage wearing Miss Canada sash across my chest, that would be a dream come true already. So sent in my application, and that's how the whole process got started. The Miss Canada director got back to me, invited me for an interview, and then I got into the system, doing the regional pageant first for the province of Ontario, and then being selected to go to the national competition for Canada, and I actually didn't win. And my first try of Miss Canada, I was in the top 5. So only the second time that I won.
Right. And ma'am, it was like I saw your work, and it was so flawless. Everybody was like, so tear-dropping and freeze, and you were all charming and very relaxed at that moment. And when the question came up to you, you answered it so beautifully. So how it all happens, like you have to be prompt, and your answer should be likable to the judges. So how you manage to answer that? Because when somebody asks me a question, I'll wait for some seconds, and then I'll analyze it, then I'll answer. So there you have to be so quick, so prompt, and your answer should be so lovely and polite that judges like this. So how that is done, like how you manage to win the time? What was those winning answer or winning word?
To be honest with you, when I got to the top 5, I wasn't really even nervous about it, because I thought this is already more than I ever dreamed about. Being in the top 5 at Miss Universe was a dream come true already, and I felt like a winner already. And I think that's what made me so relaxed and so present in the moment. The fact that I wasn't really thinking about, well, what am I going to answer? What's going to be my question? And who is doing better than me? Or how am I comparing myself to other people? I was just so happy to be in that present moment. The fact that I am already a winner and feeling like a winner already, I think it helps me to tune into my intuition. And what happens is when you tune into your intuition, the universal knowledge and wisdom is available to you. And it's almost like, I don't know if you've ever heard of somebody saying like, it wasn't me speaking, it was like as if God came and spoke through me. It was kind of like that.
Like it happened. It just go with the flow thing. Like it happened. It wasn't you. It was like,
yeah, you kind of go with the flow. But the thing is, when I got asked the question, I don't even remember formulating those thoughts in my mind. The words just came out of my mouth as if somebody else, like a higher power, was speaking through me. So after I had finished the answer and I heard the reaction of the audience, and I ended it by saying "Punka" in Thai, and I did the Y. And I actually thought to myself, what was that? What did I just say, and how did I come up with that? So in fact, I believe what truly happened was that I was so present in the moment that in that specific instance, I opened up this portal to the universal wisdom, and that I allowed it to come through me. Because we all have connection to this universal wisdom. If you just allow your heart to be open, if you allow yourself to be so centered in the now, you can take like from a well, it's like an open well, and you can take from it all that universal wisdom. It's available to all of us. But what happens is when we get nervous, when we start getting anxious, when we start thinking in our minds too much, we get psyched out. We get wrapped around our heads and our own thoughts, and we don't know what to say, or we say the wrong thing. But when you stay present, you're allowing the right thing to come at the right time. So the right words will come to you. And that's what you can do anytime. Anytime you're doing an interview, like even right now we're talking. If I'm staying so present, right, I will know the right thing to say, and the conversation will flow beautifully, it'll flow freely, and yeah. What do you think? Have you ever experienced something like that?
Yes, like sometimes even in global goals, in MUN when we were debating, we were conferencing. So, I hadn't prepared myself that much. So it all happened instantly. Like, I was just going with the flow, and I won as one of the best delegates there. So yes, it was amazing. Like it happens. It actually happened. So yes, that was so true.
So you experienced exactly the same thing that I did. You know exactly what it feels like when you tune in, when you stay relaxed, when you stay present.
Absolutely. And ma'am, I want to ask you something that, I read about you a lot. When I came back to India, I was like, reading, going to your YouTube channel, reading about you and, many other things. So when you shifted from, like your native, like from Russia to Canada, did you find, any difficulties in the new culture, or it was all fine? Like it was just go thing?
When I first came to Canada?
Yeah.
It was certainly a difficult time in my young life, and a tough time for my family as well. When we first came to Canada, we had nothing but suitcases in our hands. And we had to start from scratch, everything fresh in a new country. We didn't speak the language, where we didn't know the culture. Everything was new and something we had to learn. And especially for me at a young age of 13, it was such an experience. In a way, I was not really a kid anymore, but I was a teenager and not yet an adult. So it was a difficult time, especially fitting in to the Canadian culture with the Canadian-born kids was quite difficult for me, but only because I had a very low self-image of myself. And it was only through years and years of practicing self-love and reframing my own belief system about myself. Only then did I come out of that negative self-view and started to become confident. But for many years, because nobody could teach me, I didn't really have role models except my parents, but my parents had their own struggles fitting in. It was difficult for them as well to learn and get jobs. So it was quite an intense process for me to be able to adapt to a new culture and feel like I belong. And
Yes,
I think
absolutely. It's very important.
yeah, but the most important thing, again, it's all coming back down to self-love, right? I didn't love myself, and I had a very negative self-image. So how can you possibly feel happy and expect other people to want to be friends with you or love you if you don't even love yourself, right?
Right. Absolutely. And
Yeah.
ma'am, I saw you had been to India as well, like for some campaigns, and so which places you travel? What's what do you like the best in India, or any best moment you have in India, or any memory you have? Like, how was India? Which places you went?
Oh gosh, India is one of my favorite countries to travel. It's so diverse and it's got so many fantastic things to see. The cultures are so different. If you go to the north, you go to the south, the different parts, right? So I've been to Mumbai, of course. I've been to New Delhi, the capital. I've been to Kolkata, which is
Okay.
Bengal, I guess the Bay of Bengal area.
Yeah. Right.
I've been down south to Kerala region, Chennai and Bangalore and Cochin.
Okay. I am in Bangalore right now.
Are you from there?
I'm basically from north part of India, from Himachal, but I'm working in Bangalore. So yeah.
I see. Okay, so you're familiar with that beautiful, beautiful place. And last year we went with my husband and I. We went to Dharamshala.
Oh my God! I am from that place actually, from Himachal.
Oh, really? Okay, so perfect. So I went to your home region, I guess, and it was beautiful. Yes, and we, in fact, Chris is tuning in, and he's saying he wants to go to the Holi festival in India. And when we were in Dharamshala, we were there for the Holi festival. So we got that powder, the colors thrown on us, and it was so amazing and so nice to see people dancing in the streets and celebrating. But also one of the things that I really love the most in life and something that has helped me a lot is yoga. And yoga, of course, has its roots in India. So one of the big dreams that I have in my life is to go to an ashram and study yoga for maybe a couple of months or something like that when my daughter gets older, so I can leave her for a bit longer. I would love to go to India and study yoga.
That's amazing, ma'am. Even our event, Hanmun, we it was in Dharamshala. We are organizing it. So, but due to this lockdown, we postponed the event. So, whenever it will happen, I'm gonna invite you again to Himachal, and we would be like so happy to see you back in Himachal.
That's good. I'm seeing some more comments right here. So, Guy from Mars, he's saying Rishikesh is a good place to go to. Everyone seems to be doing yoga over there. And also somebody said Hunt Hawk, Dharamshala yoga is famous also. And somebody also said, Himanshu said that Model United Nations will be held in Dharamshala in 2020. Is that true?
Yes, it was going to, this year, but we postponed it due to COVID-19. So yes, next year, definitely. And we would love to have you, ma'am, there.
That would be amazing. I really love that place. Yes. I'm just trying to scroll through to see if there are any other questions. And I'm sorry if I missed a couple of, I saw that there were some great questions. If you guys can ask them again, I would be happy to answer them. It's just that they're going so fast, I'm finding it difficult to keep up with all of them.
Yes, guys, if you want to ask something, or if you had ma'am visit Nepal for meditation. So Himanshu is from Nepal. She's our team member. So yes, ma'am been to Bhutan, I believe. Bhutan and Singapore.
Bhutan, yeah, a couple of years ago we went to Bhutan, and it was just incredible. Also, one of my most favorite places in the world. Just the culture, the nature, the food. They have all organic food over there. It's so tasty. Have you been to Bhutan?
No, not yet, but I will definitely go.
You must go. That should be on the top of your bucket list, please.
I was planning with my friend, even he was here, Arvind. So yeah, maybe we'll go together or something. So yes.
Okay. Okay, so we do have a question here about my writing journey from Jishan. He's asking
Yes, ma'am. We want to know about the book, Winning. Yes, so if you can tell about what's the mantras to all the viewers and to me, definitely. So yes, about I'm Winning.
Okay, is it something that you yourself, Setu, would like to do one day, is write a book?
Yes, I, write some things in a, kind of a journal. I make journal, but, later on, maybe I'll gonna, collect all the info and make, present that in a book. But yes.
I think you should. In fact, I think everyone has a story to tell. Everyone has a unique perspective on life. Everyone has something interesting that has happened to them. Their own journeys, interesting and unique and in its own way inspiring. So I believe that everyone should write a book. And the first step is get a journal. Get a journal, start writing things down. You never know. Maybe over a course of a year, you have written enough that it can become a book. And you don't have to write by your hand, but you can also type on your computer or on your phone. Sometimes I make notes in my phone, and I put them into the program called Notes, right? And then sometimes I'll write so much, and then all of a sudden I'm like, wow, there's another book right here. So it's a matter of gathering the content, things that are interesting to you, and things that you want to share with the world, something that you're passionate about. And then just start little by little, collecting small pieces of writing. And so that's how my journey started. I kept writing things down in the notes on my phone. And the more I kept writing it down, the more I kept getting inspired. And the more thoughts kept coming to me, right? So it was just kind of like an avalanche. You start with one thing, and then it keeps growing and growing and growing. And all of a sudden, it's a flood of ideas, a flood of inspiration. And at first, I didn't know what the book was going to be called, what would be the theme. I just knew that it was going to be something inspiring and something that I could take my personal experiences and turn them into lessons and turn them into insights. So little by little, I was writing things down until I met a publisher who helps women get published. And she said to me, why not? Let's get you published. And little by little, the idea started to come about how to live a winning life, and that everyone has the capacity to be a winner. Everyone can be living life as a winner. It's not about what you own. It's not about how many degrees you have or how many houses you have or how many awards you have won. That's not what winning is about, right? Winning is about, first of all, being grateful for what you have, being so content with everything that you have in your life, and just, as I like to say, bursting with gratitude, right? That every morning wake up and you're just like, wow, thank you, universe, I'm alive. I'm so glad that I really have another day, and it's so wonderful. I'm healthy. You know, I have a roof over my head. I have my family. Wow. And just, be beaming with positivity and gratitude. So that's the first thing about being a winner. And of course, you have to not just stay at one place. You always have to keep improving, and you have to have a goal, and you have to have a vision. You have to keep developing yourself, develop your skills, and grow as a human being. So that's another concept of what a winner is, right? A winner is always evolving, always improving. And I think also winning is about giving yourself credit for the small wins along the journey. So whatever you can accomplish, like for instance today, I can already say I won the day. You know why? Because I woke up and I meditated. That's a win. I'm already winning. I went to the beach and I spent time with my husband. That's a win. I had a healthy breakfast, again, another win. So I'm tracking those wins, and I'm continuing the day with slaying every goal or doing something productive or doing something healthy for myself. Now I'm talking to you, and we're inspiring many other people. We're answering lots of great questions. We're building new connections, right? So again, by the time we're done, it's not even noon yet, and we've already won the day. How awesome is that?
Absolutely, that's so inspiring. So we win daily means we have to find that thing in our day-to-day routine. It's not like, we are preparing for something, so, only that would be our win or we fail. So it's like we have to find those things in, daily routine and daily journey.
Yeah, somebody says, I'm watching you guys right now, and it's a win for me. There you go.
Absolutely.
Nobody can tell you whether or not you are winning. Only you can answer that question. Am I winning or not? Who's responsible for that? You, right? We are ourselves responsible to determine what does winning mean to us and how we're going to get there. So for me, for instance, I don't need $1 billion. I don't even need $1 million to be a winner in life. I don't. I don't need 5 houses. I don't even need 1 house. We can just live in the world and move around and live where we want to live. That would be a win for me, right? I don't need any specific title or any award or recognition from somebody because I am doing what I love to do, right? I'm waking up every morning and I have my goals laid out for me. I know exactly what I want to do, how I want to give back to other people, how I want to inspire other people. That's my winning life. And who is to tell me I'm wrong? Nobody. So the same thing for you guys. Decide what you believe winning is to you and then live that life. That's all. Simple.
That's so amazing. Miss, I actually won today. I'm interviewing Miss Universe 2005. I'm listening to such motivational words in the morning. So yes, that's a win for me. And that's when I guess, everybody's typing, I'm winning. So yes, guys, this is something, we try to find things, in big things. So it's just the smaller things. If we keep going, if we are doing something creative, and yes, so we are waking up daily. So that's a win. So yes, that's so inspiring.
Yeah, you're totally winning. I can see how happy you are doing what you love, and you're always setting new goals for yourself. You're always going for what you want to do. So how can that not be a win?
Yes, here's some people commenting, I'm breathing, Evan. Yeah, absolutely. We are alive here today listening to such beautiful words. We are winning.
And this lady called Shriti, she's saying, I'm doing what I love to do. This is my win. And yeah, exactly. You're doing what you love to do. And one of my clients, Nova Stevens, is saying, have you as a coach changed my life. Oh, that's so sweet. She's one of my girls. And she's so grateful for me. So you see, now she's expressing gratitude for the people in her life. And that's, again, a big sign of a winner, somebody who is expressing gratitude to all the people around them. And the thing is that I have to say that many of us, we forget to express that gratitude and verbalize that gratitude. We just think, oh, the person knows. I don't need to say it. But actually, you do need to say it. And you need to say it every day to the people that matter to you. For instance, my husband, not a day goes by that he doesn't say, you are my dream woman. You are amazing. You are such a wonderful wife. You're such a wonderful mother. And I say the same thing to him. I'm saying, thank you so much. You're so wonderful to me. I appreciate your help so much. I don't know how I would do it without you. So you see, saying those things, expressing that gratitude is going to increase it even more than just thinking about it.
God, that's so amazing. I have goosebumps listening to you. I'm so happy today with, I can't express, I'm blown. It's so amazing.
Oh, that's so sweet. Well, I'm so glad that this is resonating with you. Okay, so Ji-san is saying, thank you for the inspiring words. You're welcome. Made your day. Wonderful. Okay, somebody's asking, what is the motto of the program that I started called Empowered? I did start a program a couple of years ago for high schools and universities called Empowered. Our idea and concept was to allow children to grow up with that winning mindset, to develop it from an early age. And we had a fantastic, good run with it until my partner had to move away to Paris, and I also moved to Phuket, so we had to unfortunately stop this program. But I still have grand visions for bringing this kind of idea to high schools across the world. It would be amazing. Imagine if all the children learned these kinds of concepts in school, right?
Absolutely. Right.
Yeah,
Even
the
I
generation would be
somehow
changed.
yes, this should be in the syllabus, in the curriculum, these are some of the things which we really wanted to, improve even the quality education as well as many things. So yes, this is something like, we actually wanted, and it's very important, I believe.
Oh,
It's
it is.
amazing.
It is. So it's still in the works and it's still part of the grand vision. So let's see, maybe you can help me with that somehow.
Surely, I'll love to do that. Like, it would be my honor, ma'am.
All right. Well, we'll keep in touch about that. Now, Starcaster is asking, what are your exact feelings when you won this universe? Please tell us. I want to know the feeling inside. Oh gosh. It's really tough to explain what the feeling on the inside was, because the moment that it happened, well, let me just lead up to that moment. The moment before the announcement happened, when it was just me and for the fact that I was the last two standing, that I thought, to be honest, it doesn't matter what the result is. I'm already a winner in so many ways just by being here in this exact moment. And so I let go. I let go of worry. I let go of thinking, oh, are they going to say my name? Or are they going to say her name? I didn't think anything. I just allowed the universe to give me the gift. And either way, whether I won or I didn't win, it was going to be a gift. Both ways. So I was a winner regardless. So I completely surrendered, completely let go of any thoughts. And yeah, I think when my name was called as the winner, it was mostly the feeling of disbelief. I didn't believe that it was happening. It was like, okay, is this a joke, or is this some kind of crazy dream, or like what's happening? Like, how can this be? Like, this is just almost impossible. So the feeling was not even like, oh my God, I won, I'm so happy. The feeling was just like, yeah, hi, what's happening right now? Like, it was just, yeah, disbelief and shock and a bit of kind of blank, like my mind went blank and everything was in slow motion. So, I turn around and I see Jennifer Hawkins, the Miss Universe from previous year. She was placing the crown on my head and everything was like in slow motion, like, and the stars was coming in and I was just like, what is happening right now?
Can we have the shootout? Can we have a quick shootout? Like, please, Vince, I'll be like, I really want to hear that. Like,
about what?
That they are calling your name, Natalie Glebova from Canada. So, can we have that quick shootout if you can just speak to us?
A shootout?
When they were taking your name, I mean, if you can,
I'm not sure I understand, sorry.
That's okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, they say, and the first runner-up is Puerto Rico. That means this universe is Canada. And, it's just, you don't know what to think, you don't know how to react. Autopilot takes over, so you just start, like, I think I just went like, shocked. My mouth was open. I was like, no, this is not happening. How can this be? And just, I think my first thought that I do remember that actually came into my mind is my parents. Where are my parents right now? Like, they must be freaking out. They must be going crazy. And my parents were, in fact, in the audience that day in Bangkok, Thailand. they flew all the way from Canada to watch me win. And I think that was such a special moment for our family because, you know, they didn't know if I was going to win or not. They were just there to support me, to show me unconditional love, and to be there for me. And I think for them, it was a shock as much as it was for me.
And I really want to ask this question that, you know, now are the things difficult, or it was at that time, you know, when the pigeons were under, you know, I was just studying it through, and I saw, like, you know, earlier Donald Trump was the one, you know, who was the heading all these organizations, and then it shifted to IMG. Now Fox owns this. So for that time was difficult, or for now, like for models, like this is kind of a tougher, like how you relate, you know, that time and, you know, this time?
It's a good question, and everybody's always asking me that. How is the Trump era versus the IMG era? You know, before Donald Trump used to be the owner, now it's IMG. I think that in a way it's tougher now because you not only have to be beautiful and prepared and in great shape and a good interviewer and all of those things, but you also have to have some kind of inspiring message or platform. So they're looking for somebody now who is not just a beautiful face or can be a model, right? Because before it was all about they wanted to get somebody who looks good so they can, you know, have them as a model and continue working for them. But now it's really a full package, like really. It has to be a woman who can, how can she inspire millions of other young women who are watching the pageant? Can she inspire? Many women are inspirational, but not all of them have that complete package and that one special message.
Right.
So, yeah, I think it's much more difficult now for women. But on the other hand, it gives more opportunities to more women to compete because it's not just about a certain height or a certain weight or a certain body shape, right? So as we've seen in the past, there have been women who won of all different heights and of all different shapes and body structures and skin colors, right? So, and hair, like the current Miss Universe has short hair, which is the first time in history that a woman won with hair like that, which is amazing. It's amazing to see that now beauty is not put in a box and saying this is what beauty should be. Right now, beauty can be anybody, but of course, somebody who has taken the time to prepare, who takes care of themselves, who has a great message, and those are the kinds of things that now they're looking for.
Okay, that's great. So when I studied about that, I was like really shocked, like, you know, Donald Trump, like how, which I wasn't aware of that. So was there kind of a, you know, biasness or creepiness in that time? Or it was just, which I was really curious to understand, you know, so.
Well, it's funny, it's another popular question that I get asked all the time. How was Donald Trump? Was he creepy? Was he sleepy? To be honest with you, he wasn't really creepy, but he was just not a pleasant person to talk with. I couldn't find anything to talk to him about, and it felt like he was all about business, like very business-minded, and he only had one agenda, which is to choose the best-looking girl so that, you know, he would get, you know, his organization, or he thought he would make him look good, that he chose the hottest woman. He used to say that. He used to say, Miss Universe should be the hottest woman on the planet. So it was, in that way, it was kind of creepy because it's like, okay, I'm a woman of substance. Like, my worth is not determined by my looks or my hotness level, right? So why he didn't go beyond that and try to discover what each woman was about? And he never even learned my name. The whole time that I was Miss Universe, he always called me Miss Universe. He didn't bother to learn my name. So it's kind of like, okay, can I really connect with this person? No. Every time I had an event with him, or we were, you know, in the car together going to an event with Miss USA and Miss Team USA, I tried, you know, like I'm the kind of person who thinks every human being is good on the inside. So I give them a chance, and I try to connect with them on a human level. So I remember this one particular instance. We were in a limousine going to a book launch together with Miss USA, Miss Teen USA, and him. So we were in the limousine, just four of us. And I thought, oh, this is a perfect opportunity to get to know him. And maybe he's not as bad as he seems. So I was like, I knew that his wife, Melania, had just given birth to his son just a few weeks ago. So I said, oh, Mr. Trump, how's your son? How's your little boy? How's your new family? And he completely cut me off. And he was like, yeah. Everyone's fine. But tell me. And he turned to Miss USA and he said, tell me, who do you think is the best contestant and who is the best one to win Miss USA this year? Like, so there was no connection. There was no trying to communicate or trying to bond or create a rapport. You know, the only thing that he was interested in that moment was who would be the best and hottest woman to win Miss USA. So I just felt like every time I tried, I didn't get anything in return. So eventually you just stop trying and that is what it is. But it was an interesting experience.
That's great. Even we need such people to grow, you know, sometimes. So yes, we meet people like of all time. So yes. After all, he's beloved Mr. Trump. Okay.
So here's another question from G. It's kind of past already, but in these times of pandemic, many people have lost their jobs. What is your recommendation about which are the kind of jobs will succeed in the future? You know, I'm not a future teller. I don't really know what's going to happen in the future. Only time will tell. But what I do know is that the people who will be surviving into the future are the ones that can adapt to the new change. So this is not the first time in history that things have changed, right? With the dawn of the internet, things have changed. A lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of businesses went bankrupt. But it's the businesses that shifted with the times, that learned to adapt to the times. They're the businesses that survived into the future, into the new era of the internet. So it's the same thing. Whatever is going to happen in the future, whatever jobs will be, you just have to learn to pivot and shift and adapt yourself and grow along with the times. And that's what we have to do. That's evolution, right? That's essentially how evolution works. Okay, here's another question. The biggest element that you got the confidence for the competition for Miss Universe 2005? Bharat Bhushan Lakihuram. I don't know. The names are so the biggest element that you got the confidence. I think preparation. Preparation gave me the confidence. And if you look at any past Miss Universe winners, I believe that the majority, like 99% of them who won, were the most prepared. It's very rare that a girl who's just ended up there and she didn't know how she ended up there ended up winning, right? It's very rare that somebody didn't prepare, didn't take the time to address every single aspect of the competition. She was just like, oh, it was a fluke, it was just luck. It's very rare. The girl who ends up winning is usually the one that's the most prepared. And I think my preparation helped me to gain that confidence, because when I was standing on the stage, I was like, I've done everything. I've done everything I possibly can to be ready. My body was in my best possible shape. You know, I had my dream dress, I had my perfect hair and my perfect makeup. I prepared for the interview. I knew what I was going to say. So why is there to be nervous? It's only left to be confident. You can only be confident once you have that preparation. That's it.
Yes, guys. Preparation and research is the key. That's true.
Yeah, and just like for you, when you won your title, right, of your role as the director, right?
Yeah.
Were you prepared? You were prepared, 100%.
I had done my preparations. So I was like, I have to do this. Then, I'll invite, even I was prepared to invite ma'am as well. So yes, I'll be inviting my role model today. So yes, I was prepared. And preparation and research, guys, is the key. So yes, that's important for all.
For anything. And how Oprah Winfrey said, luck, there actually is no luck. It's just when preparation meets opportunity. Right?
That's right.
if you weren't prepared when the opportunity came, you wouldn't have been so lucky. That's all it is.
Right. Ma'am, even you are, you're handling your YouTube channel. So, what new we're gonna see in the upcoming days or, in months? Because I follow you, so I saw, trips to Singapore, Bhutan, and some immunity booster foods, and also it's so amazing, like fitness and health blogging and traveling. So, what next? What next on your channel?
Oh gosh, what's next on my? I have so many things happening and so many big goals and visions and dreams. I think right now my most current 2 goals is to launch 2 online courses that I would be able to help more people, because I'm currently doing personal coaching with some girls who want to win the crown as well. But I realize not everyone is able to do personal coaching with me. And also, I don't have the time, right? I'm only one person who can give attention to one-on-one. There's only so many hours in a day. So it's definitely, I want to create products that I'm able to push out into the marketplace that can cover a wider audience and can help more people. So one course that I'm doing right now that I'm launching this Friday actually is Win and Love. And that's something very special to me, this topic, because I believe love is something many people struggle with, and it's such a source of anxiety and depression and unhappiness in many people's lives, when it shouldn't be. Love should be the opposite. It should be free, happy, joy, support, trust, all of those things, right? And when people have all of this drama, when it comes to family life, when it comes to relationships, it just breaks my heart to see people struggling like that. So I want to be able to help those people who are looking to meet their perfect partner, and those people who are already in a relationship to improve their relationship, or to help them to make a decision that this person is not right for me, I'm going to leave. Give them the courage and motivation to leave the current relationship and find somebody who suits them better. So this course I'm launching on Friday, and I've been taking game changer calls with people, so there's still time until Friday to get on the call. It's a free call. I've been doing that every morning, getting on the call 15 minutes with each person and just, talking through their problems, seeing how I can help them, answering any questions that they might have. So I'm inviting all of you guys to go on my Instagram page, and in the bio you'll see the link. If you click that link, there's a schedule where you can book your game changer call. It's absolutely free, and if you have any questions for how to win in love and how to win in relationship, I can help with that. So that's one of the things that I'm really focused on right now. And of course, I want to write more books.
That's so amazing. How can we reach you? I guess we can check on the website and Instagram stories of ma'am, and link would be available there.
Yeah, absolutely. Just I think if people are watching right now, they can go to my Instagram profile, and the link in my bio has everything. It has all the books that I've written, it has the course information, and it also has 3 free ebooks. Guys, 3 free ebooks. You cannot not take me up on this offer. So I have one called 6 Steps to Attract More Love into Your Life. I have one called 5 Steps to Win Your Day, how to have those small wins throughout the day. And I also have a quarantine survival guide, Win the Quarantine. So for all those people who are kind of stuck in isolation and they have anxiety about the future, get that guide. It's going to help you to get through it much easier.
Definitely. And ma'am, your I Am Winning book, is it available on the Amazon or just on your, site?
Yeah, my book, the book I Am Winning, you can see it in the background right there. It's available on both. It's available on Amazon. But if you buy it from my website right now, I have a 2-for-1 deal. So it's a better deal. And you get an autograph. So that's also much better.
Okay. Guys, you can check out the book. It's so amazing. It's on your personality development. So yes, go and buy. And yes, I'll be getting through the ebooks really. So yes, that would be real help for me.
Okay, just a few more questions because they're just so good. um, okay, so Hunt Hawk is asking, how can we overcome negativity? Negativity is something that our brains are kind of attracted to. It's like flies to honey, right? So when we hear negative news or we see something negative on TV, right away our attention goes there. So the first way to overcome negativity is to stop watching the news. I mean, you can watch them, but give yourself a time. I say, okay, I'm going to watch it for 5 minutes. I'll learn what I need to learn. That's it. Do not leave the news running in the background, constantly exposing yourself to negativity, because what you expose yourself to, that's exactly what you're going to get into your life. So stop attracting your thoughts to negative things. But if you do have negativity, for instance, sometimes it's hard to remove yourself completely, right? Like we live with families, maybe our family members can be negative sometimes. And, you know, I know what it's like. When you're living with other people, sometimes you don't agree on things. Somebody might say something negative to you, and you can't exactly remove yourself, right? Because you live in that house with that person. Well, besides limiting your time spent talking to people who are negative, you also just have to find a way to reframe. So take any negative thought and say, okay, this is a negative thought. How can I turn it around? How can I look at it from a different perspective? Because every single thing can be reframed, right? Even this pandemic, yes, it's negative, it's bad for many people, it's preventing us from doing our normal things, it's restricting our freedom, but can we reframe it? Can we say, what is good about this? Because I'm looking at this time in lockdown as a blessing, to be honest with you. I'm looking at this time and saying, I have more time to spend on self-development, right? I'm actually meditating every day. When did I ever have time to meditate every day? Never. I never had that time. Now I have the time to read the books that I wanted to read, work on myself, get into the good habits. I'm eating better and healthier because we're cooking fantastic healthy food at home. We have so much time to spend with family. Yeah, you know, like all of those things. And I'm actually working on my business. I'm doing what I love because now I have time. Okay, I understand not everyone has that opportunity, but actually you do, because if you are at home, you can develop a new business, you can develop a new idea, you can start writing a book, you can start a blog, you can start a YouTube channel. You have that time. So are you using that time wisely, or are you sitting there and binge watching Netflix? Right? Like, what do you choose to do? Because to be honest with you, I haven't watched a single Netflix series since this lockdown. Not a single one. Because I know that time that I'm given as a blessing now, I would rather spend it with my family, I would spend it on myself and my self-development, or I would spend it on my business. I'm not going to give my time to mindless sit there and watch, you know, a series. Yeah, of course. We have family movie times. We'll sit down and watch a family movie, you know, but that's like 1, maybe 2 hours out of the day, or not even every day. But if you're constantly you're waking up and you're thinking, okay, there's nothing to do, I'm just going to get lost in Netflix and waste my day. Is that really winning? Well, I don't know. Maybe to you it is. Maybe to somebody who's saying that, maybe that's winning. I'm not the one to judge.
I'm the one, like, watching, motivational videos, working on my, event, and, asking more and more people for the sessions and all. So, yes, even I had, like, stopped those Netflixing thing. I'm working on my, even we are working on our business, me and my team. So, yes, that everybody should do that. And ma'am, how are you managing your, work-life balance? Like, you have such a beautiful family and you are an author. There was one question here that you're an author, dancer, model, you are a complete package. So how you manage that work and, professional life, personal life?
To be honest, I never really felt like I had my life in balance until now. That's why I think that this quarantine period is such a gift, because for the first time in a really long time, I feel like I can balance everything. Because everyone's here, right? I don't have to travel. I'm not going on long trips or spending time away from my family. So